Hi, I'm Rasheed Ogunlaru, coach, speaker, and author, and welcome to this Catch the Coach, the June issue. And our theme is our mid-year review. So here we are, we're 6 months into the year, so it's important that we reflect and review. One of the things that's interesting in life is that unless we pause and reflect, it's really difficult to wisely, shrewdly, and mindfully make sustainable progress. So that's one of the importances of pausing and reflecting mindfully and skillfully and strategically. So it's important that we start with this, we have these reviews. And what's interesting is that we often start the year with good intentions, don't we, with our goals, our dreams, and our resolutions and so on. And then we never check in. It's really important that we check in kind of regularly to check in where we are. So I want to dive in, first of all, with my tip for the month, which is put in regular reviews. Don't just wait until you're halfway through. You could have a 10-minute daily review, weekly review, monthly review. It might need to be longer. It depends what you're trying to do, but you can review in a short period of time as I'm going to demonstrate with you now. So the things that you'll need is pen and paper or your diary or whatever it is that you use, or a tablet or your computer, whatever it might well be. I'm going to ask you a few questions and get you to write the answers down, because it's important that we write things down in order to capture them, or capture them in some way. It could be in an auditory way, whatever works for you. But first of all, what have been the highlights and your accomplishments so far, January to June, January to May, the end of May, or to wherever it is that you are right now? Personally, what have been those highlights for the first half of the year for you personally? And what have been those highlights and achievements professionally? It's really important that we really take that time to remind ourselves of all the things that we've done and that we've achieved. So often when I'm coaching people, they don't give themselves credit for what they've done. So this is really important. What are the things that you've done and already achieved personally and professionally? Once you're ready, what have been the challenges personally and professionally? Write all of this down, capture it all down. When you're ready, what's been the learning? What's been the learning of all those things? Often we beat ourselves up about this and that. For me, life is constantly teaching us lessons. The question is, are we learning? Whether it's hurting, where's the learning? It's constantly about learning. In personal development, there's this saying that there's no failure, there's only feedback. It's about us fine-tuning whatever it is you're looking at. And in fact, what we're doing here is looking holistically at all of those elements. So as you reflect on what the highlights and the accomplishments have been, and what the challenges have been personally and professionally, it might be well-being challenges, health challenges, family challenges, challenges at work, projects and so on, that gives us insight. So what's been the learning? And any other key themes contextually in terms of life and your work or your business and your industry. Now what we're ready to do is to begin to look ahead. Mindful of all of that, I want you to begin to think about what should be perhaps your 2 or 3 priorities personally. It might be something for your health and your well-being, something for your career, and something for your relationships, because we want to be holistic. And then we want to do the same in terms of our career. What are the handful of priorities? Now, the important thing when you look at the set of the priorities now is that you will have already had a sense of what can and can't be achieved in 5 to 6 months. So it's important that you're very, very realistic, but you also think about the things that are going to make the biggest impact and be most significant or most important for you, the people you serve, or have you. So really do that shrewdly. What are those priorities for the rest of the year? And there you pretty much have it. So we've just done a review in a very, very, very short period of time. But just a couple of other tips here. Really do be kind to yourself, give yourself credit. Remember to give other people credit. It's important to give people thanks and praise where it's due, and that development feedback to yourself and others so other people can grow in a real mindful, caring, kind and compassionate way. And to take that time to celebrate, because every day, as I put it, is a blessing and a bonus. So there we have it, Rasheed's 5-minute review. So remember what's gone well, what have been the highlights, what have been the challenges personally and professionally, what can you learn from it, what's the learning, and what are your priorities moving forward. And remember, you can stay in touch with me. I post lots of stuff on my YouTube channel. You can subscribe so that you'll get notices of all of the new news. You'll also find me on Instagram and Twitter too. So feel free to stay in touch so you can stay inspired. I'm wishing you all the best for the rest of your year ahead. Take good care with lots of love from me, Rasheed.